guys, I'm Ellie. I'm also known as Failure, which is a gamer tag, or Dust Bunny in the cosplay community. And welcome to my YouTube channel. So I got this camera for my birthday and I never really got a chance to do anything with it other than taking a few random photos here and there. So I thought I'd give a video a shot, and here's my little video. I'm going to be showing you how to make a shoulder pad, and this is a shoulder pad for my Kerrigan Ghost Armor. I've been working on it here. It's mostly made out of EVA foam, which is also called anti-fatigue floor mats. I got mine from Home Depot, but I've also seen them in Big Lots. It's cheaper Big Lots, but just to give you an idea, between the breastplate and the two shoulder pads, I've probably used about the better part of 2 pieces of foam, maybe a little bit of another piece or scraps. Alright, so here's my YouTube video. Enjoy. So I'm going to start off with a paper pattern that I made. I made this out of cardboard and I just did a lot of guess and test in order to find the shape. I'm going to transfer those shapes onto the EVA foam with just a Sharpie. I'm going to use the same piece of pattern and I'm just going to flip it, mirror image. Try to maximize your space so that you get less scraps and less waste, and then you can save money. And then I'm going to start cutting the pieces out with a razor blade. Make sure that you keep your blades sharp. If they start to get dull, they'll start tearing. You'll have bad seams, you'll have bad edges. It's not a good thing, so just save yourself the trouble and change your blades often. I have these little snap blades, so I can snap my blade off every time it starts to get dull. It also helps if you cut in layers instead of just trying to cut through on the very first time. If you go through halfway once and then the rest of the way the second time, it also helps save the blades, and it also helps make sure that you have clean cuts. So after that, I'm going to start beveling the edges. I'm gonna slice off a little triangle on the edge to give it a 45-degree angle so that when I put the pieces together they fit properly, they make the right shape. Otherwise you're just gluing them flat, they won't really fit properly, there'll be foam in the way. So again, it helps if you try to do this with a nice sharp blade. If you have a dull blade, it just causes issues. So then I'm going to just clean up my area a bit, and then I'm going to start gluing everything together. So I'm going to first use some masking tape, and I'm going to tape my pieces together, and I'm going to make sure that I try to get the edges as close to each other and as smooth as possible. Sometimes the edges will end up looking really sloppy, so if you tape them together first and then add the glue second, it helps keep them smooth and lets the glue dry and keeps the edges nice and without gaps. It helps if you use a low temperature glue gun. I have a hot temperature one. It causes the foam to bubble a little bit. Obviously it's really hot, so if you get it on your fingers it hurts. If you use the low temperature glue gun, it cools a little bit faster, it's not so hot. It ends up working out a little bit better with the EVA foam. I just have the big glue sticks that fit in this glue gun, which is convenient, so I'm just going to continue working with this glue gun. And again, I'm taping all of my pieces together. I'm using the tape to hold them together while the hot glue sets, because I'm using a high temperature hot glue gun, and this will make sure that things don't shift while it dries or cools or pulls apart while they cool. Once everything starts to get a little bit cool, I'm going to the front and I'm gonna try to push the seams together. Sometimes they cause really big gaps that are really unsightly, so I'll put a little bit of glue and I'll push them together and I'll try to peel off the little pieces of glue. So now I'm going to take away the tape, and you can see that everything's kind of come together really nicely. It looks pretty smooth. The edges look pretty good, except for a little bit of smears where the glue got. but that'll be covered up when we start finishing the armor. I'll glue on the little bill. It's really simple, and I'll end up cutting through this a little bit later when I add LED lights to the shoulder pads. And now that everything's all nice and dry and put together, I'm just going to, for my own personal self, draw on the designs that it's going to end up being there in the future. I'll use my heat gun, and I'm going to heat up the edges a little bit. I'm going to bend it into a dome shape so that it sits properly on my shoulder and that it flares out at the end. And then I'll just trim the inside just a little bit to smooth it out so it fits properly. And there you go. Hope this is helpful to you, and maybe I'll make more videos in the future. So let me know what you think and put your comments below, and until next time.